You know how YouTube automotive channels are always buying the cheapest of a particular vehicle? I'm the opposite. When I bought this thing, I bought the most expensive Geo Tracker Suzuki Sidekick in the country. Bought this in January. It was listed for $11,000, talked it down to $7,000, 95,000 miles. I don't think it has 195 or 295,000 miles. Just looking at the condition of it and looking at the seats, the interior, it does look legit, studying the Carfax. Unfortunately, a little more than a month later, after owning this thing and less than 1,000 miles later, it blew a head gasket. So that cost me $1,200. So $8,200 in plus other parts. So I want to say I have about $8,500 into this right now, which is a lot for a Geo Tracker. Here's the most expensive one listed right now. The thing with Geo Trackers and Suzuki Sidekicks is that they were the cheapest SUVs available when they were brand new. So people treated them like throwaway vehicles. So when you look up Sidekicks and Trackers, you're going to find a lot of Sidekicks and Trackers that look like this. This thing is very close to looking like it looked like back in 1992. Total time capsule. The only changes is slightly bigger tires, 225s. They came with 205s, and the last owner did it correctly because the speedometer matches how fast I'm going, GPS verified, so they re-geared it properly. Roof rack, I'm not crazy about the roof rack. I don't dislike it, I don't like it. And there's cuts in the bumper to flat tow it, which is great because I want to flat tow this out to the desert with my van. I'm probably going to clean it up though. They could have did a better job. And then I've done a lot of little things to it, like I replaced the emblem. I have to have a new emblem. And then when I was looking through the brochures, I wanted this to look like what it was supposed to look like in 1992. So it didn't have this side graphic. So I had to have the side graphic. On the tin tops, they were put right here. And on the convertibles, they're put right here. So I wanted it to be in the proper location. And I also got the decal for this part right here. This is supposed to be here. And then I went with the baby blue on the side. There was no format of what color you're supposed to have, but I went with the blue because that's what the interior is. It has blue inserts. So this is why I think the 95,000 miles when I bought this is legit. This is supposed to be all torn up. If this had 195,000 miles or 295,000 miles, this would be all torn up. Oh, there's the odometer right there. I'm up to 97,000 miles on this. I give this about an 8 out of 10 in overall condition. There's a few things I need to do. A few missing parts. I'm going to try out Sidekick parts. I'm going to try out that vendor, but there's a little plastic piece that's supposed to go here, so this is not rattling around. I have it on the other side. And then bolt cover for the seat belt, I don't have that on the other side. Maybe a new ashtray. I don't know what this is. Looks like glue. Maybe I'll get a new ashtray. This handle, I could probably take this out and glue this with some Gorilla Glue and make it look a lot better. I might just do that versus buying another one. I got a bunch of extra stuff. I'm becoming a Suzuki little 4x4 fanatic. I got this book, and here's what I mean by the decal. See, on the convertibles, the decal is right here, and then the Suzuki on the cover is the Vitara variant, and it's an emblem instead of a decal. See, I love how ridiculously large the decal was for the Tracker variant. Just gives it personality. And then I replaced the transfer case shift knob because it was turning yellow, and then the L was missing part of the L. I have an extra emblem. See, I'm already thinking 10 years ahead. When the other one fades, I want to have another one. I think I have the original in the glove box. Yeah, here we go. Here's the original, all faded. What else do I have? I got a new shift boot, even though this is not torn. I just want to have it just in case this eventually tears. Shift knob. This shift knob still looks pretty good. I want to get another shift boot for the transfer case, but this shift knob looks pretty good, but I still got an extra one. I actually like the, I don't think this is original. It looks original, but the material, well, when you put them side by side, you could see a little difference. But I like the material on the OEM more. This feels more plasticky, so I'm not too crazy about this. What else have I done? New washer pump. I have to put that in. But yeah, I just want to preserve this thing. I want to preserve it and keep it a time capsule for as long as I can. Surprisingly, I get a lot of compliments with this thing. My neighbor offered me $10,000 for it. If he offered me 15, I might take it. But yeah, not 10. I'm already like 8,500 in with all the extra parts I got and the head gasket fix. Yeah, about 8,500 in. And then the cleaning supplies to get the interior clean. The time I've put into this to get it really clean. It was basically a well-kept vehicle. It wasn't like showroom or anything, but it was super dusty. I did clean it up a good amount. Just a nice vehicle that was used. If you want one of these, I suggest you get one now. I've been wanting one for 10 years. I should have bought one 5 to 10 years ago when something like this in this condition was going for about $5,000. Now $5,000 typically gets you a project tracker or Sidekick. This was listed for $10,000. When I bought it, I was prepared. I had my evidence that something in this condition goes for 6 to 8. I offered 7. I was able to get it for 7. When it blew a head gasket, I was regretting my purchase. I was telling myself I should have got a Jeep Renegade. That's the smallest modern SUV you could get, and I was like, I should have got a Renegade. I made a mistake. But now that this is fixed, I put another 1,000 miles on it, and now my neighbor's offering me 10,000 for it. I don't want to sell it for 10, maybe 15. This thing's just a lot of fun. So I will put performance videos here, here, and a couple of extra videos here and here. So there it is. I bought the most expensive Geo Tracker Suzuki Sidekick at the time, 6 months ago. Now there's one going for $20,000.